Hi, I'm Ken Grauer, and I'd like to welcome you to ECG Competency. My goals for this video are simple. They are to briefly review what ECG competency is, who it is for, how to use it, including login instructions and use of the practice and real exams, and to provide you with some additional resources in the event that you'd like more material. For your convenience, I've made a web page on which I list all instructional videos, as well as links to my ECG blog and related books and EPUBs that I've written. The URL where these links are found is easy to remember. It is www.moreecg.com. Above all, I invite you to write me directly for comments, questions, and concerns. My email address is ekgpress@mac.com. What then is ECG competency? It's part of a comprehensive educational program on ECG interpretation aimed for primary care providers. There are didactic components to improve your skill, there is feedback on how you are doing, and there is objective assessment in the form of real exams when you're ready to take them that are password protected and which provide a numerical score. A score of 80% is deemed passing, that is, meeting expectations for family medicine training or for a primary care clinician in practice. Anyone can enroll in ECG competency, although content and level of difficulty is aimed for clinicians in primary care. How then to log on to the site? The first priority is to be sure you have the correct URL. Do not try to log in from my ECG Press website or from my ECG blog. Instead, you want to go to www.ecgcompetency.com, which we now see written as the URL destination. Press Enter, and your screen should now look like this. This is the home page of the ECG Competency website. Note, you can log into ECG Competency from an iPad or other tablet, or even from your smartphone, but you may find the application works best from computer. Feel free to use the practice exams from a tablet, but please use a computer when doing a real exam. Now that you're at the right site, your screen once again should look like this. In the top red menu, hover your mouse over Contact, and as you do, you'll see the Admin button come down. Click on Admin, which will take you to the login screen. Again, all you need to do is hover your mouse over Contact in the top red menu, and then click on Admin. We'll blow up the login screen to focus on key elements. You were given a username and password when you enrolled in ECG competency. Your username is your name that was used at the time you enrolled. This is not case sensitive. Your email address can also be used as your username. On the other hand, your 8-digit password is case sensitive. Note this link at the bottom in case you forget your password. So, we are ready to log in. Click I agree, and you're in. You are now logged in, and your screen looks like this. Click on ECG Exam in the upper red menu. You are now in this page. Click on the link within the red rectangle, which says you agree with the copyright notice. We are now ready to select which exam we want to work on. If you are a new user, this is what your exam page looks like. We'll again focus on the part of interest. There are a total of 7 exams. These include 3 practice exams and 4 real exams. Each exam is identical in format and in level of difficulty. Each exam has 35 questions, either true-false or multiple choice. The only difference between practice and real exams is that you can clear the answers from the practice exams as often as you like. You cannot clear answers from real exams because these are scored. Let's take a look at what your exam page might look like after you have diligently worked on ECG competency for a bit. Your first practice score, as shown here, was only 18. Then it looks like you must have studied and improved to a score of 31. That said, we don't count practice scores because you can look at the answers, clear your scores, and start again. The 2 goals of the practice exams are 1, educational, and 2, to give you an idea as to when you'll be ready to take a real exam. This person did not pass their first attempt at a real exam, but did pass with a score of 80% on their second attempt by getting 28 out of 35 questions correct on Real Exam 2. Note also that these 2 real exam links are black. That's because once you submit your score, the links are no longer live because you cannot change your answers once you submit a real exam. Don't be alarmed. Almost everyone who studies will eventually pass a real exam, but most users must spend some time on diligent study before they will pass. This just wouldn't be a valid assessment of ECG competency if everyone, regardless of skill level, passed on their first attempt without any study. Let's now look at what the exams are like. Click on a practice exam. This is practice exam 1. Note that the first 2 questions are true-false. Let's look closer. Practice exams have a number of useful buttons. You can grade your exam to see the detailed explained answers. If your time is limited, you can save your answers and exit, leaving further work on ECG competency for another day. You can ungrade your exam to clear away the explained answers, and you can clear your answers entirely if you wanted to do a practice exam over again. There are lots of helpful prompts. For example, being sure that you really want to clear your answers before they are erased. Every question in each practice exam has a detailed explained answer that you see when you grade the practice exam. You can grade the exam after each question if you want immediate feedback, after 10 or 15 questions, or after you have completed the entire practice exam, whatever your preference. Note that there are 1 or more links at the bottom of each explained answer that take you to a PDF of 1 to 4 pages, which contain more information on the topic being asked about. In this way, practice exams are truly educational with many hours of didactic information. When you are ready, it's time to take one of the real exams. The type of questions and the level of difficulty is identical to that for the practice exams. The main difference is that there are only 2 buttons on the real exams. One to save your answers, and one for when you have completed your exam and are ready to submit it to be scored. Note that you cannot change your exams once you submit a real exam. Let me emphasize that while some questions are not easy, they are not trick questions. A brief common clinical scenario is often given, and all questions are focused with only one possible correct answer. When you're done for your session, you should log out. Hover your mouse over the Contact button in the red menu at the top and click on Admin. Your screen will now look like this, and you can log out. That's it for this video. We hope this quick tour helps in optimizing time efficiency for getting the most out of ECG competency. Be sure to contact me if you have questions. This is Ken Grauer saying goodbye for now.